Hello everybody, this is Rita of the Shadow. Welcome. So this topic is about opposing forces because because I think it's not only important in psychology or typology or CPT, but also in a myriad of different things. So opposing forces, because why they are opposing forces, right? Because whenever there's an action creates a counter reaction. So when you push against something or you are moving away from something, then naturally that something becomes your opposite. So the same as with people, if you move away from some people, some group of people, then naturally they become another group. So opposing forces is nothing but the separation of and depart from one of the same. And so basically, because how do you know where you are, right? Because humans have to have the concept of this and that to understand their place in the world. Because how do you know, like I'm in a car, if there's no in or out, and or there's no car? So it's something like that. So to be part of something or to be outside of something, you always need a reference point. And the concept of opposition is those reference point, because then without those reference you wouldn't know how you are doing, right? Like moving from place A to place B, or even some abstract concept like being good versus being bad, like what is good or bad. You construct these ideas in your mind, like extreme, like two ends of extreme, like, and as you grow up you also get taught on these things, and you also learn from other people's reaction also, like these things are bad, these things are good. And maybe there's some innate part of us know something is good or bad just based on relational empathy, like I don't want this happen to me, then it's probably a bad thing if I do it to other people. So it's something like that. Then through the understanding of those extremes, then you know where you are. However, if you try to separate yourself, like try to only move to one end of the spectrum, then you create a conflict within yourself. Just like if you move away from one group, then an opposition is created. So like for example in CPT, like the opposing function only become an opposing because you move away from it. You prefer the dominant function, or use another term, like you prefer your hero function, like you over focus on the hero, and the other side becomes the inferior function as a result. So everything is about, I think, understanding, because without understanding there's no resolution, because you have to understand why it's important to have the concept of opposition, because it tells you where you are. But on the other hand, it is also unhealthy to focus on one end over the other. Like, you know where you are, because then you can be in the middle. If you don't know where you are, how can you be in the middle, right? So it's something like that. And that the being the middle part is like the middle way. Like, there's many concepts that talk about this, particularly in Eastern philosophy, like Taoism, for example, like the yin and yang. They are opposing, yes, but they are also complementing each other, and they are also moving, and they are also containing each other. So opposing function is only opposing when you don't integrate it. Otherwise, they are part of you, and it's okay, and it's beautiful. And so that's why, I think, in the Star Wars universe, there's the Jedi, right? And there's the Sith. But they are just two extremes. And in fact, when you come down to it, there's just the Force. So you have to understand, like, you know what is good and you know what is bad. Then you can be in the middle, the father, the daughter, the son, they are all, still one family. And yeah, and I think sometimes it's important to have, this kind of balancing relationship. Yeah, so it's not good to always lean towards one end over the other. I think I'm just repeating myself now. But anyway, you get the idea. So I think this was like important to talk about before we start talking about CPT, because there's a lot of, this kind of opposing concept, and yet everything is like in motion, in a blob. So yeah, thank you for watching, and see you next time. Bye.